Welcome to Homemaking with Katie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my word and goals for the month of August. So a while back, well actually back in January, everybody was setting New Year's resolutions and picking words, and I was also doing this, and I had done it for many years. And at the end of January, you know, that momentum, you have that momentum for your New Year's resolutions and your word and all the things, and then it just kind of slowly dies off. Well, I decided that I didn't want that to keep happening. So I started to pick a new word every month and set little goals for myself every month. And now that I'm active on YouTube, I wanted to start sharing with you guys what my goals are and what my word is for every month, starting now here in August of 2023. So my word for this month is intentional. And how I picked this word is when I was writing out my goals for August, I kept writing the word intentional. And at the end of it, I was like, you know what? This is what I am going to, like, this is the word I'm going to pick. Sorry, my husband called me and it just distracted me. This is the word that I am going to pick. I am going to pick intentional. I'm going to be intentional with my time. I'm going to be intentional with my kids and my husband and my family and my parents and my actions and my response to things and just everything. And so that is my word, and I wanted to share with you guys what intentional means. And you might think, you know, that you know what it is, and I thought I did too, but like really when you say it with different words, it kind of hits you a little bit differently. So the word intentional means awareness of what one is doing, purposely and purposeful. So that right there, I was like, ding, 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 that is for sure going to be my word, because that just resonated so much with me for especially what I'm going to be working on. And now I'm going to share with you what my August goals are and go into a little bit of detail. So I'm not just going to name off a bunch of goals. I'm also going to explain to you guys why they're my goals as well. So I'm going to say them in no particular order. I'm just going, like, none of them trump the other. I'm just going to say them how I wrote them. My number one goal that I wrote down is to wake up at the same time or within a 30-minute window every single day. For me, that's going to be between 6 and 6:30 every single day. And the reason for this is because in the month of July, my schedule was so wonky. It made me have a lot of really unproductive days. It affected my mood, just so many things. And I had noticed that the days that I was consistently waking up at 7:30, because that was the time that I was waking up a lot of the time, those days were a lot more productive. Like the days that I was consistently waking up, and then the days that I'd sleep in till 8 or 9 with my daughter, they were not good days. Like I was less motivated, I wasn't getting dressed until 12, or I didn't get a lot done, or the things that the things that I was doing weren't intentional. There's the word. So I really want to make sure that I'm waking up around the same time. And there's actually like studies done that when you wake up at the same time, it's actually more important to wake up around the same time every day than to go to bed around the same time. Now, both are equally as important. If you could do both, that's great. But if you can't, waking up at the same time every day is more important than going to bed at the same time every day. So, food for thought. If that's something that you struggle with, is like being productive and just your mindset and all of those things, maybe you should try waking up at the same time every day. It doesn't have to be 6 or 6:30 like me, but because we're going into the school year starting August 7th, that's why I made that time, because, well, I have to get kids up for school. So I figured that way I could just have that nice, I like slow mornings, so it gives me time. Number 2, now my mom's calling. I Okay, number 2 is to have an intentional body movement every single day, 7 days a week. And I set the goal of just 10 minutes. And some of you might be like, well, that's not very much. It's not for anything else. It's not to lose weight or to get in shape or anything besides to move my body. It could be stretching. It could be a HIIT workout. It could be lifting weights. It could be running. It could be anything. It could be just walking in my house at a nice pace or dancing in the kitchen with my kids. But be intentional about movement for my body every single day for 10 minutes at least. I mean, I could do an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever I want to do. But to just be intentional for 10 minutes because I deserve to move my body in a healthy way for 10 minutes every day. And it could just be something simple as just stretching in the morning. So that's something I really want to focus in on, is just making that a priority. And maybe in September I'll do 20 minutes or, you know, build on it. And that's kind of what I'm doing, is setting a foundation going into winter or fall and then winter. Starting that foundation for moving my body and setting small little bite-sized goals to get movement in now. So that way when that season comes, you know, seasonal depression is real. It kind of helps avoid that because you already have those implemented, and yeah, it's just good for you. Number 3 is to be intentional with the Lord every single day. I want to like narrow it down to getting into my Bible every single day. Now, I don't care if I just open it up and read one little sentence or if I read a whole entire chapter. I don't care. I just want to be intentional about getting into the Bible every day, into His Word. Now, I do listen to a lot of Christian podcasts and I read other Christian books and I listen to worship music and all. I'm always constantly filling my cup and my household's cup with the Lord, but I really want to get back to the basics, back to the foundation of just the Bible, the true Word of God, and that's really important to me. And so that's number 3, is just every single day, 7 days a week, 7 days a week, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, opening my Bible and spending time with the Lord. I don't care if it's midnight or 6 o'clock in the morning. I need to open it and I need to make that a priority on my list of things to do. Number 4 is the food that I put into my body. I am not going on any special diet yet. I'm gonna put this in parentheses for you guys. I am not trying to lose a lot of weight. I am trying to lose the last little bit that I have. I have lost 115 pounds. If you are new here, you might not know that. That's a lot of weight. I am very, very close to my goal, but I'm very happy with my body. So I'm not necessarily wanting to lose a lot of weight. But I do want to clean up my diet. So from now until our camping trip, I'm going to just be eating meat, vegetables, and fruit, and nuts and seeds, the things of the earth. No bread, no pasta, no boxed stuff, no sweets, except with the exception of my protein shake as my coffee creamer. That is the only thing I'm going to make the exception for. I had weight loss surgery in 2021, and I know that my body handles that fine. I know that small amounts of dairy I handle okay. Large amounts of dairy I do not, and I know this. Same with sugar, and sweets and things like that. Processed foods, all of those things. When we go camping, I am giving myself all of the grace and experiences. When my kids want s'mores, we're having s'mores, and I'm very much that type of person that even when I am dieting, you have your experiences. If you're on a vacation, and you're at the world's best pizza, have the pizza. Have the pizza with your family. Don't go, oh no, I'll have a salad. Unless you really want the salad, but have your life experiences. Once we come back though, my husband and I are doing a gut cleanse. It's meat and fruit for 2 weeks, only meat and fruit, with the exception of my coffee creamer, my protein shake as my coffee creamer, but I am only allowing myself 1, which is 2 cups of coffee. Other than that, it's just eggs, clean meats, which means grass-fed. Same with butter, which we already use grass-fed butter anyways, and then like bone broth, and then no other dairy besides that protein shake for me, and then just fruit for 2 weeks. And then we're going to be adding in vegetables. I have some kind of sensitivity to some kind of something that I eat. And we're going to figure it out, and my husband is so sweet to do it with me as a support system, and it's really good to do that anyways for your skin. And if you have inflammation in your body, if you've never heard of the meat and fruit diet, a lot of people call it's like a version of carnivore. A lot of people do it for long term. I am not doing it for long term. I'm not doing it as a diet or like a diet fad. I'm doing it as a cleansing purpose. And then we are going into just a whole food natural diet, trying to eliminate more processed foods, and that's for our whole family. But that's my goal for August, is just to be intentional about what we're eating. And yeah, the last thing is just working on better habits and routines with my kids in general, just being more on top of brushing teeth and showering and washing feet and hands, and with my daughter, getting her on a better sleep routine and getting her eventually out of our bed and into her bed. That is a big one. With school starting, I think it's going to be easier to get us into that flow and rhythm of school and just routines and stuff. I think they'll just kind of fall into place, hopefully. I don't have any like strict like goals for that, but just an idea more of just working towards it, and just trying to figure out what is going to work for us. And then hopefully in September I'll have more of an idea for my goals for September when it comes to routines and structure and things like that. Maybe an area that I'm gonna need to work on more, but for now those are my goals, and I am super excited to work on them. I'm super excited to move my body, spend time with the Lord, to get my daughter sleeping hopefully through the night and in her bed, and just the whole routines, and to be on a better waking up schedule for myself, and just to be intentional about my time and energy and all of the things that that you're intentional about. Anyways, I hope you guys are setting goals for yourself. If you have never done monthly goals or a monthly word, I highly suggest that you start doing it. Today is the perfect day to start. Even if you're not seeing this on August 1st, start today, or start thinking about for September. There are so many small bite-sized goals. You can pick 1, you can pick 20, it doesn't matter. But I highly, highly, highly recommend doing bite-sized goals instead of making one big giant goal for the beginning of the year, because you're more likely to fail. I'm sorry, that's the hard truth. You are more likely to fail if you set one big giant goal or a bunch of goals at the beginning of January, because you lose momentum. Making small goals to maybe even to a bigger goal is better. Statistics prove that. You can research it. There's lots of research out there. So anyways, I hope you guys found some inspiration or value in this video, and I hope God blesses you this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye guys!